Yes, there was a Nancy Drew movie that came out this year. Hey guys, just me, myself, and I. This is going to be a quick one because I don't really have a whole lot to say about this. Because, I'm willing to bet most of the people that clicked on this video didn't even know this movie came out this year, or that it was even being made, or anything, because I didn't know until I got a trailer at random, last week. I wasn't even on the theaters. I think it was, on somewhere on YouTube where this thing just randomly popped up. I was like, really? This is something that's coming out? Okay. So, this is the remake of Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. Now, I guess I could go over my history with Nancy Drew. Some of you guys might be interested to find out that I am actually a secret fan of Nancy Drew. Kind of. What I mean by that is, I never really read the books. I read some of the Hardy Boys when I was a kid. But I loved the computer games that Nancy Drew had. The ones made by Her Interactive, I think it was. Granted, I was not the target demographic, but I loved them because I really liked mystery games, and I really liked I love the adventure game aspect of those games without the ridiculous convolution that a lot of adventure games were around that time. So it was a family thing for me. That was how me and my sisters bonded. We get a new game, we'd all sit around, we play and try to figure it out together. It was fun. We had a lot of good time. That was the way my sister and I bonded. So I have this kind of weird history with Nancy Drew. Never saw any of the other movies because I know there were a bunch. Each one kind of takes a recontextualization of the character. She's one of those characters, she's kind of like a weird James Bond now I think about it, in which case movie comes out with her and played by a different actress in different setting, every decade or so we'll get a new one. And this is the newest one, like I said, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase, starring the girl from the new It, which was kind of surprising and kind of apropos. For one, it's nice to see a character playing a teenager who, to my knowledge, is actually a teenager, actually fits in that age demographic, so that's kind of nice, and not like a 20-year-old trying to be 16 again. So that's pretty nice. It's exactly if you did see the trailer, if you look up a trailer after I'm talking about this, and you see it's exactly the movie, it's advertising, There's not really any surprises. The mystery is fine for what it is. And that's what the movie is in general. It's fine the way it is. This is clearly aimed at a preteen preteen girl audience. And yeah, it hits that demographic, and it's fine. There's some charm to it. The cast is charming. They're making their lines work to the best of their abilities. It's not Shakespeare. It's not Oscar worthy. But again, for this kind of movie, it's perfectly fine. This is a movie this is the reason I'm not gonna have a whole lot to say, is because for the most part it's completely harmless. It's an entertaining little romp. There's some good chemistry between the characters. It honestly kind of feels excuse me, I don't know if you guys heard that. It's honestly kind of a movie I would see from the Disney Channel back in the early 2000s. With a little bit better production quality, but honestly not by much. This is clearly low budget. We're just doing this kind of make a quick buck out of it. But again, a lot of what redeems it is the actors. I'm gonna look up the main girl from that girl because it's gonna bug me now. But she's really charming. Her dad's charming. I guess it's stepmom or his sister. I don't know. But the other woman who's in there, who is, I think, played by, what's her name from 50 First Dates? And I feel really bad that I'm forgetting her name, because I know I would know her name the minute someone said it to me. But she's entertaining, Nancy's friends, George and Bess, they're fine, they're fun. Bess in particular has some pretty good laughs in there. And I feel like she's the only one really trying to make Sophie Lillis as Nancy Drew is pretty good. There is this older woman named Linda Levine, played by Linda Levine, who is also really entertaining. And it's a middle of the road movie. It's not terrible, it's not great, it's fine. Which makes it really hard to talk about because there's just not a lot to say. So this might be like one of the first reviews I've done it like since, I don't know, Mordecai. That's like under 10 minutes, because I just got nothing. I guess I could talk a little bit how Nancy Drew was designed in this movie. So when I knew Nancy Drew, like she's playing, like, I think I knew her when her interpretation was in the 90s. So she had like some lingo, but she was fairly old-fashioned in her presentation. This one's definitely going for like the newer age. Sorry, I got distracted by Twitter. Just got distracted. Like this one's definitely going for like the modernized take where she like has holes in her jeans, and it opens with her riding in this one horse town on a skateboard, and she's doing all the tricks. She listens to cool music, and she's texting with their friends and all that. And like, and at first, like, okay, like again, you kind of have to air everything with the lens of it's for preteen girls. So I'm like, that's probably why I'm not like mad or upset that I saw this, because again, at the end of the day, it's for preteen girls. I'm not the target audience. I can't really get mad as long as it's done well within its genre. That's all I can really ask for, and it is. It hits all the check marks, and again, the cast is charming. They work well off each other. They make their hammy, cheesy dialogue work for them, you know, as best as they possibly can, and God bless them, they are trying. And that's another thing, too. I think everyone's having fun with this. Like, I don't think the cast is really taking all that seriously. Everyone seems to kind of have an idea what movie they're in. And they're all just kind of having fun. You can tell this is probably more fun to make than it was to watch. That's not to say it's a miserable slog to sit through either. But yeah, everyone's having a good time, and everyone's kind of happy and joyful, and that alone is kind of contagious. So again, you gotta respect it for that at the very least. Yeah. Oh, I guess, again, I can talk a little bit. In this universe, well, Nancy, I think, again, when I knew Nancy, she was very much like, she was like curious, but and she did get herself into trouble, but like not everyone got all that mad at her for it. Surprisingly, this one had like, apparently she is just like the scourge of this small town, because she just keeps getting into shit that she's not supposed to get into, and apparently she has a law and rap sheet, which might be like the one new addition to her character that I actually kind of appreciate, in the fact that it's like, yeah, you know what, if Nancy Drew was a real person, she probably would have a lawn rap sheet with this one sheriff man who just looks like he is so done with all of this shit, and he just looks so miserable the entire time. He just looks so sad. Every time he and Nancy Drew in a scene together, he just looks at them like, this fucking girl keeps fucking things up my fucking town. But like, they can't say fucking, so he just has to say it with his body language. Every time like she gets out of a bind because of her counselor dad or her friend deputy, you can hear him just loudly saying "fuck you," like as loud as he can in his head. So I kind of enjoyed that for cynical reasons. The character of Bess, this one, again, like, I'm not familiar with the books. I don't know how well it holds up to the books. I'm just gonna say probably not very well. Except probably for, like, the actual mystery itself. I wouldn't be surprised if that was, like, at least close to the concepts, at the very least. But this Bess, in this version, is like this closed-off, kind of mousy, like, super genius kind of person. She has a few good laughs. Like, there's a part where, like, they're trying to figure out, like, what chemical is causing these hallucinations, and it turns out it's such and such, and Nancy is like, can I take this? It's like, yes, but please don't drop it. And she does, like, a couple fake outs, like, whoa, oh, and she just does not give a big reaction, like, stop that, that's not funny. That's not funny. Like, and our parents like, that's not funny. And she walks away and she goes, people can die. Like in this really cold, monotone way. So that was kind of funny. Like, it's not ha-ha hilarious, but it gave me a couple chuckles. Fucking man, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Nancy Drew in the Hidden Staircase, it's perfectly suitable. If you have preteen girls and this is their kind of jam, they'll probably like it fine. I'm not gonna like go on a big soapbox and say like, oh, this is like sexist, or like we're moving past this genre, or there's better feminine icons in theaters right now, which even then I wouldn't really knock this for what it is. Like, again, it's for a niche audience. I think it's when we knew it going into it, and it definitely plays to that niche audience. So if that's your thing, then yeah, go see it. Like, even if it's not really your thing, it's not my thing, and I wasn't miserable watching it. So take that as you will. Granted, I was also kind of dealing with a couple things at the time, but yeah, Nancy Drew and the Hidden Staircase. Maybe go read the book, but if you don't want to and you missed the era of old chick flick Disney Channel movies, then yeah, you'll enjoy it. That's it. That's all I got. The other 2 reviews I got this week, or 1 or 2 reviews I got going on this week, will be more substantial, guys. So, this is just the one. This is like the filler one to kind of get out of the way while I'm trying to work schedules with other people to make time to go see movies later this week. So, later this week, we got Wonder Park I still got to go see. And I'm going to try and make time to see 5 Feet Apart, which is the YA movie, which I really did not want to see. That's why, like, if I'm going to see one movie solo, I don't want it to be either one of those. I'm going to go with Nancy Drew. Although I might. I don't know. We'll see how the week turns out. So, yeah. That's it. Sorry, it's not more substantial, but we'll see. I'll be curious to see how many views this gets, if at all. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you later. Bye.